Coach, we'll begin with an opening statement.
I am so proud of these kids, each and every one of them. The way they stepped up. It looked a little dicey in the beginning of the week when we first started trying to go over Marshall, trying to emulate Marshall's pressure. But, you know, they were diligent and just trying to understand what we needed to do, how we needed to take care of the basketball. And I can't be more proud of our group. They stepped up. Even in Georgia's absence, we played really poised, and we wanted to keep our poise amongst their chaos. And, you know, Marshall had a tremendous year. Really enjoyed watching their progression from the start to the finish. And Kim does a really great job. And but I'm proud of our kids. I don't know where to start. Do I talk about Olivia's 14 rebounds? Do I talk about Clara Strack's 17 points? Do I talk about Matilda's 21? She gets over 1,000 today. And then Carly Wenzel, you know, grew up and was a big girl today. And we really, you know, just appreciated all of it. So very proud of our kids. Looking forward to advancing.
Let's open it up to questions for the student athletes. We'll begin with Mark in the front row.
No, well, you know, it's ironic. I was at my house and she was at her house, I assume, and we were watching the ACC championship. And with I think one and a half minutes ago, the NC State point guard fouled out, and the game got a little dicey. And she texted me and she was like, "This is getting a little dicey." And I referred back to a game when we played against Rutgers, and she got into foul trouble at the end of the game, and we didn't close it out like we really wanted to, and we started laughing. And then when she got into foul trouble here, we just kind of gave each other a look, and like, you know, knucklehead, I need you on the floor. And but the way that everyone else stepped up, it is a blessing because, you know, she got a lot of rest, and obviously she's going to have to do a lot on Sunday. But I'm so proud of the rest of the group and how they were able to step up, keep their poise amongst a lot of chaos, as I mentioned before. And you know, the first thing I told the whole group was, I'm so proud of you guys because everybody stepped up in a positive way, and it was a fun game to watch, a fun game to coach.
So Greg, and then second row, third row, Mark, and then back.
Greg Carey with West Virginia Metro News. Coach, your girls seem to thrive playing in that environment. Just curious, what, if any, effect did you think it had on Marshall at the first 5-6 minutes of the game?
You have to ask Marshall, but what I can attest to. We've played in this environment a lot. You know, last year at this time, you know, it was a little eye-opening because it was the first sellout that we ever played in front of in the tournament. But then since then, I think we had, you know, 5 or 6 sellouts this year. So our kids are really used to this environment. They thrive off of it. It's definitely something that gives us an advantage. You know, we like to say that it's worth about 8 to 10 points, you know, just being in this environment and having Hokie Nation cheer for you. So I've said it a million times, you know, Hokie Nation and this crowd, Castle Guard, they make a good team great. And that's why we've won so many games in a row here.
Coach, for you in your career, how unique was this Marshall team's play style? It's
very unique. They're all in. They're committed to the pressure. You know, on a miss, they set up and they're pressing. On a make, they're pressing. They're trapping. They're running around. They're very good at what they do. I mentioned earlier that, you know, it was fun watching them and how they progressed throughout the year. The first few games, they were trying to do the same things, but they weren't as sharp with it. And then, you know, towards the end of the year, they got a lot more aggressive and they knew what they were doing. So we knew it was going to present some challenges for us. And I looked at that box score when they played James Madison, and I still don't understand it. They forced 39 turnovers. They took 46 threes. They took 38 some free throws. I just don't understand and how the game was what it was. And but they make you play on your heels. And I thought our kids. That's why I'm so proud of our kids, because we were the aggressors. I think we had 15 turnovers against that pressure, and so I thought we grew up a little bit today.
Third row.
Joey with Legacy Maker Sports Network. So to me, this really kind of seemed like a Carly and Clara coming out party.
Yeah.
You know, how proud are you of them and, you know, just their progression as players? And this game really just seemed.
Yeah. They're my babies. And, you know, they just happen to be playing behind 2 All-Americans. And, you know, but they also play against 2 All-Americans every day. And the way that Georgia and Liz mentor them, you know, it's something special. And I think Olivia said it, you know, Clara would be starting for a lot of teams. And, the way that she's progressed this year, I told her, when Liz went down, I said, we keep saying that you're going to be good, you're going to be good, you're going to be good. You need to be good now. And I think that her mindset, I don't know, she's a big smooth. I don't even know if she knew there was an NCAA tournament. She doesn't get flattered. I mean, it's just nothing really, shell shocks her. And but she played exceptionally well and showed off her skills. But Carly had a rough week, first couple of days of practice against all this pressure. I mean, she was turning it over. Like, I asked her one time, I said, "Are you colorblind?" Because she was throwing it to the other team. But as much as I was on her, she still kept her poise and kept on, and she played exceptionally well today, and proud of both of them.
Kenny, you called this yesterday an orthodox matchup. When during the week did you kind of privately feel, okay, this is going to be a good matchup for us?
Probably about halftime. Yeah, honestly, going into the game, it was really hard because I hadn't seen them play live. Everything was on film. And I couldn't gather their speed, and I couldn't gather our height advantage on film, what it would be. And not until we got out there and we started, running up and down and moving, is when I felt good about it. Because otherwise, I just didn't know, because I had never seen them before, other than on film. But I thought that our length really bothered them. It really did. And we wanted to, I think Georgia alluded to it, we wanted to funnel them into certain spots. They're very dangerous from three, and they're very dangerous at the layup. What they really don't like, what I thought, is they don't really like the mid-range. They didn't really like that little shot right around the corner. So we kind of ran them off the three-point line and contested at the layup, at the basket. And I thought that was really good defense for us. And, we were out of position a couple of times, and they got some offensive rebounds, but they just rebound with a reckless abandon. But I thought we did a really good job defending them.
Kenny, Marshall averages 24.5 turnovers forced per game. You guys only gave up 15 today, and Georgia Amore only played about 20 minutes. How pleased were you with your ball security today, and especially Carly Winslow obviously playing a large role?
Man, I'm ecstatic. I mean, like I said, that was the first thing I said when I walked in there. The poise, we put it up there, and when I say they play in chaos, I don't mean that in a bad way. They want the game, fouls, turnovers. That's like the longest game I think I've ever played. It was an hour and 57 minutes, and because there was a lot of stoppage, in play. I thought the referees did a tremendous job, just trying to keep the flow going. But it's their chaos, and we wanted to be poised, and so I thought we won out on that, and therefore that's why we were able to come away with a great win. And I'm so proud of these kids and what they did, and I just want to go back in there and give them a hug.
David, front row, and then Tim.
Kenny, you mentioned earlier this week, Carly, was having a rough time with it.
Very rough time.
Olivia said that, to be poised like that, it's credit to you guys and what you prepared, how you prepared them for this moment. What went into this week to prepare them for this, and what did you like? You know what?
We went out there, so the first day that we were preparing for it, we were doing practice guys, and it was 6 on 5. And we had 6 practice guys running around, just trapping and getting after them and playing passing lanes. And for a while, we couldn't get the ball across half court. But we kept on doing it. And we even played a little game called Keep Away, where I made them go in half court and put 7 practice guys out there, and they had to make 10 passes. Pass, catch, running. And then we told them, and this is nothing against Marshall, because I had the utmost respect for Marshall, but we had to put it in a term that they would really understand it and how they were going to come after us. I said, it's like you're in recess, and you're the 5th graders, and then the 2nd graders want to come and play the game, and they want to run after you because they're just going to try to get the ball and just run after you because they're not as big as you are, and they're going to do things to be in position to steal the ball. And it almost like was a light bulb went off, and everything that we were doing was very unorthodox, but they got it. They understood it, and then when we got out here and we got to see the speed and feel what the game was going to be like, I thought they handled it very well, and I thought their preparation was really good.
Last 2 questions.
Giovanni Heater, 3304 Sports. Coach, it feels like Matilda really is an X factor for your team. She was scoreless in her last 3 games,
Yeah.
obviously lit it up today. What was the communication like with her after she struggled a little bit the last 3 outings, and what allowed her to just really open it up today against Marshall?
So proud of her. She came and she called me after the ACC tournament, and she was down and out because she felt like she didn't help us, and really she didn't. And it was affecting the other parts of her game. And she called me and she texted me and she said, "Can I come to your office?" And she came to my office and we said nothing of substance. It was just more that we were in each other's presence and we were talking. And I think she understood that I believed in her and then she believed in me and what we were going to do. And then ever since then, she's had a different mentality in practice. And she plays like that. We're a really good basketball team. And I was very proud of her and very happy for her. You know, her first time being in the NCAA tournament. And so this is what she came here for.
Tim, last question.
Tim Stevens with HD Media in Huntington. Tell me more about what you did on the three-point line. Obviously, you had the size advantage underneath. But what you said you ran them off the three-point line. Tell me a little more about that.
It was an aggressive sellout, and it was like, you know, we made sure that we were not going to close out short and give them an opportunity to shoot it right in our face, because Hayes will do that, Beeman will do that. They'll shoot it right in your face. And so we had hand up. And one of my assistants was doing the scout, and she kept saying, "Do not have airplane arms," and I didn't know what that meant, but it was like closing out with your arms down, looking like an airplane. So everything that we did was high hand, and made them, just ran them off three-point line and made them shoot contested threes when they did shoot it. Now, we knew they were going to shoot it they were going to shoot a lot of them. I think they shot 41, you know, but I thought we did a really good job of contesting it and or taking it away. Okay.
Coach Brooks, thank you for your time.
Thank you, guys.
Best of luck to your team on Sunday.